The Carol Rogers Show, starring Carol Rogers.
Hello to you. This is the Carol Rogers Show. I'm still me. We're still happy to see you. Tonight's show, I have a very, very wonderful guest, Mr. Ron Cooley with me. We go back a long ways and we make some wonderful music together. I know you're going to enjoy this episode, this show. But before we get to it, we're going to go to a wonderful Omaha History Minute. You got to enjoy this.
If you Google the name Ricketts, you'll probably see information about the new governor of Nebraska. But long before Governor Pete Ricketts took office, there was another Ricketts in Nebraska who not only held a state office, but who was also a trailblazer. Matthew Oliver Ricketts was born into slavery in Kentucky in 1858. And after the Civil War, his family moved to Missouri, where Ricketts earned a degree from the Lincoln Institute in 1876. In 1880, Ricketts enrolled into the Omaha Medical College, which is now the University of Nebraska Medical Center. Ricketts was the first African American to graduate from the college. Soon after graduating with honors in 1884, Dr. Matthew Ricketts opened his own medical office in Omaha, becoming the first African American in Omaha to do so. Dr. Ricketts became a popular leader in Omaha's African American community, and in 1892, Republican Dr. Ricketts was elected to the Nebraska legislature, becoming Nebraska's first African American state senator. In Matthew Ricketts' 4 years in office, he made major contributions to Nebraska's present-day laws. He was a key contributor in the passing of a law in 1893 that prohibited businesses in Nebraska from denying service because of race. He also introduced a bill to legalize interracial marriage in Nebraska, but the bill was vetoed by Governor Silas Holcomb. Ricketts was also instrumental in the passing of a bill that set a minimum age of consent for marriage in Nebraska. On each Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, the Nebraska legislature gives the Matthew O. Ricketts Trailblazer Award to outstanding Nebraskans in community service. Find out more about Dr. Matthew O. Ricketts by visiting these websites. This has been an Omaha History Minute.
Watch what we do. Listen to. Tall and tan and young and buff, boy from North Omaha goes walking, and as he passes each girl he passes goes, ah, ooh, ah. When he sways, it's like a summer that moves so cool and sways so gently, and as he passes each one he passes goes, ah. That's Ron Cooley, you guys. I am so grateful to have him on the show. He and I are going to make a little music and reminisce. We go back long way. And I'm grateful to have him with me this evening while we're recording this. Enjoy us. And I need you to segue out of this so I can talk to you. Yeah. Thank you for coming to the Carol Rogers Show. Could I be happier than this moment? Probably not. Wow.
Well, I don't know about that.
We go back a long way.
Yes.
Tell them. No. You've got really cool history before that. You've been playing guitar.
Well, the first time I met you was at your mom's house.
Wow.
When I went over to watch your brothers play. My friend Leslie Smith from North High School, we were in a band together, and he said, "You've got to hear these guys, Donnie and Ronnie."
My brothers.
So we took a trek down, I think it was a Sunday afternoon, and they played, and we sat there in awe watching them.
Oh, gosh.
And then your mom came in and said, "You have to hear my little Carol sing."
Oh, my gosh.
You were maybe 12, maybe 11. And that's when I met you.
Wow.
We didn't really meet, I guess, but that's the first time I saw you.
Wow.
That's great.
A lot of things happened on Bristol Street. That was the hub for lots of musicians coming through, including yourself. Yeah. But you had a really cool band when I was in high school.
Right.
We're LA Carnival.
Yes, well, Les Smith Soul Band.
Les Smith
it
Soul
started
Band
out
first.
as a Les Smith Soul Band. And when Leslie Smith got drafted and left the band, we switched to the LA Carnival. And Lester Abrams was the drummer, and we kept asking him, why are we calling it the LA Carnival? Obviously, it was his initials. But he said, oh, that's my favorite city, LA. So that was his excuse for calling it the LA Carnival.
You guys were so popular, I remember. But we're going to be segueing really quickly into the time when you and I had something to do with country music.
Right. Was this about the time you had an alias?
Carla Proud.
Carla Proud.
Oh my, yeah, Carla Proud.
I think that was later. Maybe it was that.
That was after I got with CW.
Right.
Because then
right.
I finally got to have my own disc. Were you on my country album?
I think I was out of town then. I'm not sure. I don't think I got to play on that.
Trust me. Well, I was Carla Proud after that, but we worked with Chip Davis and Bill Freeze.
Right, for C.W. McCall.
C.W. McCall.
Right.
We traveled all over.
Right.
And I like to jokingly say we were behind the cotton curtain. Because
Well,
I had never been that far, that deep south.
Well, and there were a lot of county fairs.
There were a lot of county fairs and a
right.
lot of fans. I remember doing where we had done a show somewhere in Atlanta, and fans were out for 3 days
Oh,
drinking
that's right.
beer
And it rained?
Yes, they didn't care. They were
Right,
diehard
right.
fans. Country fans are amazing.
Right.
And I loved country music. Now, did you have a good time playing the country music?
I had a good time with the whole idea of the thing.
Yeah.
I was pretty much the 12-string guitarist.
Okay.
And then a little bit of electric, but I was the 12-string rhythm guitarist, and all I remember is that my hands were just killing me because of the 12 strings and having to hold those down and play in all the flat keys.
I mean,
there was all bar chords, and it was so hard on my hands.
Oh,
So
gosh.
it was a very physical job.
Was that your first time touring?
It was, no.
You had toured with whom?
When I was in a band called Pilot, which was the band right after I was in LA Carnival. This would have been in 1971, 72.
We don't talk dates.
We went to Guam. Well, of course, you weren't born yet. but-
No, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Go ahead. I was just joking.
We
Terrible
went to
joke.
Guam and performed there for 2 months in a Japanese hotel on the island of Guam, right in the middle of the Vietnamese War.
Ooh.
And it was very interesting.
Oh
And
my.
We had the Japanese tourists, we had the American soldiers, and we had the natives from Guam, the Guamanians. And those three groups did not get along. No,
It was almost like a USO
yeah.
tour.
And we were 6 hippies over there with long hair. And,
Except you had 3 factions that didn't get along.
yeah, but we were the 6 hippies, and so they all kind of were against us.
Oh my.
They found a common foe in us, our band.
Now,
So we had a good time over there, kind of.
kind of have to go back even, kind of tread back. The guitar, did you ever play another instrument?
Yes, I did. I
What?
started on trumpet. My father was a trumpeter.
Trumpet.
My father was a trumpet player, so I started on trumpet. And when I got into middle school, my band instructor, John Adams, who I work with his son now in a group.
Johnny Adams, I know Johnny Adams.
yeah.
The Rat Pack.
Yeah, Rat Pack.
Yeah.
Right. His father was my music teacher, and he said, we need French horn players, and you have a good ear, so we're going to have you play French horn. So I played French horn for 2 years in middle school. And then when I went to North in 10th grade, of course I wanted to play football, and so I didn't have time for band, so I quit. And I missed music so much
But
that
still, the guitar.
when I saw the Beatles on TV, I said, the French horn's never going to elicit the response that they got from all these. I was a teenager, and
Chicks don't dig it as much as
right.
guitar.
I saw the reaction of the girls, when.
Well,
So
I'm grateful for your vanity because,
was-
the likelihood of my being able to enjoy your musicianship playing the French horn probably wasn't going to happen, but you're so great at it for you to have picked it up as a second thought. Now,
Well, it's a good fit. It was a good fit. And the French horn never really was that good a fit.
and
better.
after C.W. McCall, I left C.W. to go and start touring with Sergio Mendes.
Right.
And Chip was already beginning with Mannheim Steamroller, and you're still with Mannheim.
Right. Still doing Mannheim Steamroller. I played on the Fresh Air 3, which was released in 1979. And I played on that, and Chip used that to introduce me to the American Gramophone audience for the release of my CD, which was Daydreams, the first one, in 1980. And so I did a CD in 1980, Daydreams, and followed it up in 82 with Rainbows. And then I went back to school and studied classical guitar and came back in 88 and did another CD called The Ancient and the Infant, dedicated to my daughter. She was born, and my grandfather, who she was named after, Carl and Carla. And in 91, I did my last CD for Chip's label, Living the Good Life. And then after that, I started my own label, and I've had 4 CDs on that I've released.
Wonderful.
So.
You gave me a CD of Brazilian music that you had
Oh, I did that
done
in my
your room.
basement.
Yeah,
Yeah, did that in my basement. Yeah, right.
It was awesome. It was the top Brazilian songs.
I actually did that in my hotel room on
Yes,
on
I
tour.
recall you're
on
telling
tour.
me. Yeah.
On tour.
Wow.
Yeah,
it was
fun.
beautiful. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
And
technology's great. When it
When
works.
did you get bitten by the Brazilian music bug? Because you play it so beautifully.
You know what? Probably with our C.W. McCall singer, along with you, Liz.
Liz. Oh, yes, she loved.
R.I.P. Liz.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Rest in
Yeah,
peace,
she
sister.
loved
She
Brazilian, and
loved Brazilian music.
She even had a group called, I could never pronounce the name, but it was translated as Crazy for Cashew.
Louco por caju? Eu acho que sim. Louco por caju.
Something like
Yes,
that.
yeah. That's the
Yeah.
translation in Portuguese.
Well, something
Wow.
like that, yeah. And we did a Jazz on the Green with that group and played quite a few things with just that
Wow.
group back in the 80s, I guess.
That's something. My indoctrination was in high school, Central High School. Robert McMean would give us all kinds of different music. The first Jobim that I ever sang was in high school choir, and it was just enchanting. Little did I know that I'd end up touring with. Sergio didn't do a lot of Jobim. He did a lot of other people. Milton Nascimento, Edu Lobo, lots of different, Dori Caymmi, oh gosh, lots of different artists, but I do a lot of Jobim because I just love him so much, and you play him so beautifully.
Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66 was the first 8-track. Remember the 8-track cartridges?
I do. I hope my viewers know what an
Okay.
8-track is. Google it.
The first one I bought was Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66.
That's amazing. A lot of people say that I was in Brazil 66. No, I was still in grade school. Junior high, maybe. I don't remember.
Well,
It's a
Brazil
long time ago.
77,
I
right?
got in 77,
Yeah.
right about at 77.
Yeah.
So we're gonna sing. We're
Okay.
gonna do Agua de Beber right now.
Okay.
After Sergio won the Grammy, not only was I steeped in Brazilian music, but I had begun to embrace my roots as a blues person. And so I hear a lot of blues in this song, and you play it so great. So here we go. One of my favorite Brazilian songs, Agua de Beber. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Eu quis amar, mas eu tive medo. Eu quis salvar meu coração, mas um amor sabe segredos pode matar o teu coração. Água de beber, água de beber, camarada. Água de beber, água de beber, camarada. Baraburiru, wiru, wiru, biria, babadudon. Barabiribiria, babadudon. Babudan, babudan. Your love is rain, my heart's a flower. I need your kiss, I will die. Your very life is in my power. Yeah, will it flourish, perish? No one knows, only you and I. Água de beber, água de beber, camarada. Água de beber, água de beber, camarada. Baraburiru, wiru, wiru, biria, babadudon. Barabiribiria, babadudon. Babudan, babudan. Woohoo! Fun stuff.
Mr. Ron Cooley, the inimitable Mr. Ron Cooley. Hey, you teach lessons, guitar lessons.
I am kind of phased out of that a little bit.
You did? Well, me too.
I did for a long time, and I suffered a little bit of burnout.
Burnout,
on it.
oh,
and
yeah.
Right now I'm on a little bit of a break from that. I do teach, I am a clinician for Blues Ed Omaha, which is blues education. And we have 6 combos that are comprised of middle school and high school students who are interested in blues, and they...
Is that through the Omaha Blues Society?
It's through the Omaha Blues Society.
Yeah, I was going to
Wonderful.
lecture for them once,
Yeah.
but I got caught in L.A.,
Okay.
stuck in L.A. I'm here now,
It's
Omaha
a
Blues
wonderful-
Society, remember
Wonderful
me.
program.
Speaking of being pedagogues, this clip is a trick that I used to teach my students when we were trying to learn just basic harmony and theory. It's cute, you might find it useful. Take it. When I was teaching basic music theory, early, very, very basic level of music theory, I would use as many visuals as I could to impress upon the students this vital information, this basic information. So with the diatonic scales, the patterns of half step and whole step, major was easy because all I had to do was direct them to the piano and for them to look at the black keys. They suggested the pattern readily, right? Whole step, the first 2 black keys together, half step in between, 3 black keys together, whole step, and then the half step in between. That's set. So that was easy, but when it came to the natural minor, a diatonic minor, that was a little trickier. So until I discovered this. Live long and prosper. Thank you so much, Mr. Spock. This is the diatonic natural minor scale, the pattern for the half steps and whole steps. Whole step, half in between, whole step, half in between, whole step. Now, this is pretty cute too. If you want to make that natural minor scale a harmonic minor, H, the letter H, small letter H has 1 hump. Take the 7th degree, raise it 1/2 step. If you want to make it melodic minor, the letter M has 2 humps in it. Take the 6th and the 7th degree and raise them 1/2 step. Good information. Live long, prosper, know your stuff. Neat stuff. It's not as informative as the Omaha History Minute because Vicky is genius. I just am a girl trying to hold on to some knowledge, but it's pretty useful. You never know who might see this. My hope is by the time this particular show airs, you can find us on Facebook. We want you to like us. We want you to like these shows. You can maybe even peruse through some of the other shows that I've done previously and the ones that will follow. You have to like Ron Cooley. I like you a whole lot.
Oh,
now,
thanks.
let's zoom into the future. People used to irritate me, but it's a good question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, I've seen myself for 20 years wanting this television show. And I'm so grateful for it. 5 years, with the passion that you have for music, where do you imagine yourself?
5 years?
Especially being a new granddad. Congratulations.
Well, I hope I'm still above ground. I'm kind of old.
Oh, no, we are not old, we are wiser. Okay, now, just assuming that you will be above ground, 5 years, do you have any aspirations of something on the bucket list musically that you want to do?
The bucket list musically?
Yes.
Well, I have recorded 5 CDs of jazz standards, duets that I played with myself.
I've never sung on a duet with you, Ron Cooley.
But it's going to be, I'd like to release those sometime. Archive.
Well, maybe we need to do one, just you and me, Ron Cooley.
Okay, well, we could do that.
We need to do one, Ron
can do
Cooley.
that.
I mean, I'm going to add to your bucket list.
Okay.
At least let me do 1 or 2 songs. There's so many great singers here in Omaha. I want to be one among them if you do another duet album. Okay.
Well, this one duets with myself, and my with what do they call that when you have a alter ego?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Alter
Bruce
egos?
Wormley.
Whoa, is that
That's
your
my
alter ego
yeah,
name?
Bruce Wormley. Yeah.
You record under that name?
I have recorded under that name.
This is only on the Omaha, the Carol Rogers show is informative. We learned Luigi Inc. Do you know what Inc. stands for in Luigi Inc.?
Well, I would have assumed incorporated.
No!
Okay.
Included. Please review the shows. Yeah, we learn something every week on the Carol
Right.
Rogers show, including Vicky's Minutes. I'm so grateful for them. All right, so your bucket list is that. My bucket list now has my singing with you in your duo presentation, so we'll be a trio.
Okay.
And I
All
think
right.
we'll be fine with
Okay.
that. So
Well, I might leave Bruce Wormley out of that one.
Wormly?
Yeah.
Wormly like a worm?
No, warmly.
Warmly, like
opposite of coolly.
coldly.
Coolly.
Oh, that's bad.
Went right over your head, didn't it?
The fuzz on my dreads. Oh my gosh.
And Bruce
Did
is
I
my middle name.
catch
So.
That. Oh, okay. Now that I know that, and my viewers are super hip now, we should probably go to Gingy.
Okay.
Because yeah. You're good at telling jokes, but you're really great at the guitar.
Wasn't a joke.
No, it's the truth. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny though. Sky, how vast is the sky, with faraway clouds wandering by. Where do they go? Oh, I don't know, don't know. Wind speaks to the leaves, telling of stories that no one believes. Stories of love belong to you and me. Ooh, Gingy, like the sound of the wind in the trees. That's how my heart sings for you, Gingy. Happy Gingy, when you're with me. Ooh, Gingy, if I only had eyes, I would say all the lovely things that I see.
yes I do. And I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Can't you see, Gingy? I'd be running and searching for you like a river that cannot find the sea. That would be me without you, my Gingy. Oh, you have to play. Oh, and I love you more each day. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Can't you see, Gingy? I'd be running and searching for you like a river that cannot find the sea. That would be me without you, Gingy. Without you, my Gingy. Gingy.
Oh, I am way too happy. Thank you so much for watching this show. Ron Cooley, you are amazing. Even Ron Wormley or George Wormley. I'm sure he's doubly great because he's your alter ego. Thank you for watching The Carol Rogers Show. See you on Facebook.